Kilarigbo Live TV.
Solidarity forever. We shall always fight. Solidarity forever.
When we lawyers in Lagos State, and we have 5 branches of the Nigerian Bar Association, decided to come together today to protest against police brutality because of the recent maltreatment meted out to one of our colleagues. And we are making his case. We are making a case through him that Nigerian lawyers will no longer allow the brutalization of lawyers and indeed other citizens.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
The NBA wants a full investigation of the incident in the station, and happily the Commissioner of Police announced today that a high-power investigation is already ongoing. He also indicated that lawyers should be prepared to be members of the committee since the police have nothing to hide. So after the report, we are also taking certain steps, or beside the report, the NBA is filing an action, in court to protect the human rights of our colleague, and to make a point that if anything of that nature happens to any lawyer, again, the Nigerian Bar Association.
Thank you very much. I suppose that we don't need to go through what had happened. You are all aware of Mr. Olumide Shonupe, who went into the station on behalf of a client and was treated in the manner that we have spoke about. And our demand is very simple. The police before now said that they have removed or transferred the erring DPO, and we are asking the question, how did that happen? Have you done any investigation? Because by our understanding and to our knowledge, Mr. Shonupe was never invited, no question was asked, and none of the chairmen that you see here was ever contacted. So we are condemning the act of the DPO, and we are saying that the police would have to do a thorough investigation involving the Nigerian Bar Association, so that if indeed, and I think I need to make that point here, this protest march is not about our colleague here. It's about seeking justice. If our member has behaved in an unruly manner, then let the law take its course. Lawyers are not above the law. And again, we need to press home the fact that this is about the ordinary man on the streets. And so we're not coming out because it is our colleague that is involved. We're saying that when you go into a police station as a Nigerian, you have a right to be treated in the most civil manner that you deserve. You cannot go in there and they are subjecting you to all form of harassment. They tell you to drop your phone at the entrance. I mean, if you're not doing anything in your station that is unholy, why are you asking us to drop our phones? Why are you asking us to drop our phones? We have seen the news severally where police officers in other jurisdictions of the world, we even encourage you to film them while they perform their duties. So the Nigerian Bar Association is today saying that it ends now. It ends now. We cannot continue in this manner. You have to treat every Nigerian, irrespective of your status, with utmost dignity that they deserve. And that is what we are saying.
Okay,
so I should just add that in addition to what the chairman of the Ikeja branch has said, there's this big problem which is in relation to bail. Bail is ordinarily free, but the entire Nigerian who has ever had any interaction with the police knows that bail is never free at the police stations. And we're using this we're using today to condemn the harassment, the extortion of money from suspects under the guise of bail. Bail is free and must continue to remain free.
Magistrate visiting police station has been on. We've not stopped them from visiting police stations. We've not in any way. When I was DC party, they come regularly. Sometimes they come twice in a month. And sometimes I even call them, you have not visited our cell. So it's very surprising to hear that DPOs are denying magistrates from visiting police stations. It's already in the act. There's no way we can go against it. It's a rule and it must be obeyed. So I want to assure you that during my watch as Commissioner of Police, this visit will be seamless. Magistrates are allowed to visit police station without being disturbed, without being prevented from doing so. We have nothing to hide. You come and see a suspect. And the purpose of visiting police station is not to come and indict us, it's to advise us on how to keep our suspect and not to allow unnecessary long detention. So we want to improve on our performance. Once you come and you make observations, we correct it and make our work better. Our concern is to ensure that we provide services, quality services at all times. And we can only do that if we work together. We perform complementary duties and we cannot in any way deny you from doing your work. So we always want to partner with you and work with you so that the criminal justice system, we move on very smoothly without any form of hindrance. The issue of what happened to the barrister, I'm coming back to it. It's quite unfortunate, and we don't like it and we will not tolerate it, and we will never tolerate it. But I want to say sometimes, as police officers and as lawyers, we must work in a way that we give reciprocal respect to each other. The police too deserve some respect, and I know as lawyers we deserve a lot of respect. So if respect is reciprocal, I don't think we have this issue. And once this kind of thing is coming up, there is no need for the lawyer in question to have altercation with the police officer or whoever. The DPO is there, the area commander is there. We can always give a call, and once we receive the call, we act promptly. Our doors are open. I was in my office when the third vice president of the Nigerian Association called me on the issue in town planning this week. And when she called, I took action immediately. And the matter was, managed. So if we open that door, that channel of communication constantly, I don't think we will have this issue. And that is what I want us to please work on. Let that channel of communication be open so that we can always resolve issues. These issues can be solved on the phone. It doesn't require all this problem whatsoever. I want to say without missing that since I've been a police officer, I've never had any issue with the lawyers. My doors are open when they come, I attend whatever they want, whatever issues they want us to look into. I've always made it easy, seamless, and we resolve it. I've never had any issue. So if we have occasional issues like this, I think there should be a way of resolving it without going to the press. And I want to appeal that anytime we have issues like this, let us please resolve it internally. I'm happy that I want to suggest especially that we should have a forum, a forum whereby at least every month lawyers and police officers will meet to discuss gray areas and find a way of solving it. So please, I promise sincerely and actually that during my watch as Commissioner of Police, there will be this kind of incident will not happen again. It will not happen. It will not happen again. I will not allow it to happen. We will address our officers and men, and we'll make sure that this kind of thing will not happen again. But at the same time, I want you distinguished lawyers to cooperate with us. If you have issues, there's anything that you are not okay with, any treatment you are not satisfied with, please call on the senior, call on me. The DC party is there, other senior officers are there. Our lines will be open. You can call anytime, and we address the situation without wasting time. Thank you very much. And I also want to appreciate the distinguished chairman and other members on this table for allowing us to be here. We got wind that you'll be marching on us, and we said no, before you start that, let us come and let us come and meet you and resolve this in-house. We are members of the same house, the same judicial criminal justice system. There's no way we should not be allowed to wash our dirty line outside. Let's wash it within so that our job will move on smoothly. I'm promising and I'm assuring you sincerely that
said that they should release my clients. Upon releasing my clients, they told me that I should, get his bail. And in the process of doing so, the same police officer that started shouting at me started saying, never in your life should you go to a cell area without a police officer present. When she started raising her voice, I just told her, please, I don't have any words for you. Just leave me be. I backed her and ignored her. That aggravated her, and she flared up more, called IPO Grace.
Why exactly were you detained?
Why I was detained? I was detained for the reason of when I was talking to IPO Grace, who approached me saying, did I tell you to go to the cell? I was shocked. That was what you told me. And then she started poking me, telling me that she'll give me head boots why am I lying? I'm telling her that like what's going on? So it was in that scene that the DPO came in, and the DPO was like, who is this person arguing with a police officer? As I saw him, I wanted to approach him to explain. The IPO Grace was trying to prevent me from telling him about what was going on. So in that scenario, the DPO saw that I was hesitant. He just said, if I give you a dirty slap, like you will slap a lawyer, you will see the full force of the NBA tomorrow. Say, full force of the NBA, no problem. He jacked me up with one other police officer, escorted me to the cell, disrobed me, removed my shoe, some of the things I was wearing, and locked me up. So it was 3 days later that the area commander came, and I was very sick at that time. I could not walk, and the area commander started his own. I started pleading with him that I needed to see a doctor, that I'm very, very sick. I've not eaten, I've not slept in 3 days, I've not taken anything in 3 days. He kept telling me that he's going to charge me to court, he's going to take me to the police, to his own cell in his own area. And I'm like, what is all this? All of a sudden, I found myself in the hospital a day later, and my blood pressure was high. I've never had issues with blood pressure before. I had about 153 reading on the meter. So long story short, I just want justice to be done. I want them to be brought to book, both IPO Grace, the area commander, and the DPO, even the DCO. They should be brought to book, because the injustice, because I was in a cell with about five other cellmates, and all their cases were all purely civil matter. And they were telling me they've been there for 3-4 days. So the injustice is not only meted to me, it was meted to a lot of other people, ranging from the carpenter, the electrician, and so many other people. So I just want to say I appreciate everyone trying to help, and I wish that justice is done in the matter.
Your name again?
My name is Barrister Olumide Shonukwe. Thank you.
Kilarigbo Live TV.